All right, you guys, let's try to finish part two. My GoPro is slowly dying, and it's like frying its own motherboard or internal stuff. It's frying, and sometimes I just can't get through long videos. But anyhow, so we're back in the food forest now for part two. We'll go to the front yard in a minute. But we left off with the black-eyed Susan vine. We have the Caribbean red papayas. I have the grimachame, or chame, I say it wrong all the time. I'm still waiting on this thing to put out either blooms or new growth. You see right here. So I should know pretty soon on whether or not I'm going to finally get some more blooms this year. So I've been trying to keep the Mexican sunflower down a little bit so that it can get some of this, I guess, southwest sun. I also have some more shiny coffee. I have some more pineapples that need to be tended to. This one looks like it's gonna show out this year with a nice piece of fruit. And let's see, I have rosemary getting covered up in here. This whole little area probably just needs an hour's worth of work, if that much. And oh, so over here I have it's a yellow almond vine. So it's there on the far side, and then this side I have Summit muscadine grapes. Now I should have, you guys feel free to call me out, I should have hard pruned this a little bit further back. But I honestly was, see how the vines are connecting? I really wasn't sure what should go, what should stay, and there's a lot of stuff that I think now should have gone. Sorry. I think, look at that. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. They're practicing for the air show, I think, this coming weekend. But anyhow, so I tried to leave these bigger leader vines, but I probably should have trimmed more. And then it got very confusing up through here, and I'm just saying, it just fruited for the first time last year, only like 12 little grapes. So I'm thinking I can do a better job after this year's fruiting season. This is moringa right above me, and over here I just noticed this weekend, Jack and I were working over here, that I have moringa flowers or blooms. Yeah, I did give it a pretty heavy prune, maybe twice through the winter. I did leave these arch-like branches over here for fun. And then I have a grapevine coming across here, and it attached pretty well to the branch. So I thought, what the heck, let's have some creative plant art. And this one kind of goes over here. And then we'll, always just keep taking off the top to grind up and dehydrate and grind up some moringa. So this over here, before we go to what I really can't wait to show you, this is my green Thompson grape, and we just noticed it's starting to leaf out, which is great. And it's right on time, because last night I noticed on my calendar that April's when we started getting blooms. So we did get a few pounds of grapes off of this vine, and so I look forward to really great things over here on this cattle panel, sorry. So this is what Jack and I were working on, and I was so excited. If you saw, I think it was either the community page or my Instagram, I put this up. Now it is just one plant. We have lost I lost the one in the middle, the osage or osage. I lost that one because I think I weed whacked it. That was all mommy's fault. Ugh. But this is the Wachita or Wichita. Sorry, I'm not intentionally trying to mangle those names, but it's really strong. And this particular cane comes all the way across here, and then we wound it all the way back up through here. It stops like somewhere right here. It is so long. This is 13.5 feet across. So that was crazy. And then we allowed it to keep this other cane, and we did a little short, probably, I don't know, maybe I'll get better blackberries later. But so we let it go because it looks like it wants to put on some blooms through this section. Now here we have this one, and Jack said, should I just cut it? And I said no, because it may fruit. But also I think what I'm going to do is put a little scarring in here where you do a little nick, and then put a bag of soil around it, and then I'm going to start some more roots, and then that way I can have a second one going. Now, do I need to put it on a trellis system? No, probably not. But this helps me be able to mow under it. We had that very flimsy other one, and this is just way going to be easier to maintain back here. And I pulled out the dead raspberry, they were just like concrete pieces right there. I removed all them so I can get the mower in here again. Probably won't fill this area with anything unless it's just a little bitty low thing. Oh, I should also mention, I did not cement these posts in, and I paid for it a little bit, so we had to put, here comes another plane. We had to put a stake in there. Let's see if we can get a better video of it this time. There she goes. My family can tell me probably what plane that is, but I know it's a vintage plane. So let's see. What? Oh, this post. Do you see the lean on it? It's so bad. So as we went to tighten these up, they were just pulling the posts in. So I had one of these stakes already here at the house, so we put that side up. So I gotta go buy another one here, and we're gonna put it down there. Now this place, we pulled out a big beautyberry root, and so my prickly pear cactus is going in there, or nopales, and nopales has a lot of health benefits if you look that up, and nopales can pretty much like cure diabetes overnight. I was pre-diabetic when I was pregnant with my son. Now I've been fortunate, 24 years later, it has not come back, and they told me it could come back within like 8 years. So thank you, Lord. But also, you know, we're gonna put that in the yard, just to have it. And some people really like the flavor of it. This is Turk's Cap hibiscus. This is its corner because this is where my sand is. If you could, I'm sure you can see that. This is my sandy soil. This used to be a massive, I want to say about an 80-foot pine tree, and it got struck by lightning. And so we used to have this barrel on it, but it's kind of falling apart, as you can see, by termites. So this is Mexican sage, and I'm going to relocate it very soon. All right, so now that's where we were, just over there. Now we're at the ruby red grapefruit, and it does have a Meyer lemon graft on the side, just a little one. And I thought we lost it a couple of years ago, but it's coming back very nicely. Bloomed a little bit last year. It's blooming a little bit more this year, but I don't think we set any fruit. Once again, I don't know why. This low graft, the bees just never find it and don't like it. But we are in full bloom with the grapefruit, and I think the bees are finding this. I don't know. I guess I should stick around and look a little bit longer, but we're doing way better than we did last year. Now over here is my, I'm going to back up a little so you can see it in its entirety. This is my bell starfruit, or carambola, and it is doing well. It's suffering a little bit nutritionally. There goes that plane again. I've been throwing every single thing at it that I can. I hope you can hear me okay. It is putting on new growth. It's responding with new growth. But do you see what we have going on down here? I do have African potato mint somewhere in there as well. But all around the whole base of this plant is elderberry. And I need some collective wisdom for those of you that are deep in the permaculture rabbit hole. Does elderberry send out a chemical underground? Because there's my elderberry right there. Is it sending out a chemical underneath this tree to kill it? and make it where it doesn't produce fruit. Because if it does, then I need to start digging a big hole down here and yanking this tree out, because this tree is way too valuable for it to just sit here and rot because an elderberry is trying to kill it. I don't know, but that's my suspicion, because last year I didn't get a single flower, but the first 2 years I did. But you see, this thing has come in the last 2 years, and I'm thinking this is the naughty culprit of me no longer getting star fruit. Buddy! That's Buddy, my boxer. You haven't dug in such a long time. You know better at 5 years old. Oh, he must be getting hot. I might have to throw him back in the house. Yeah. This is the devil's backbone. Some sort of succulent. Hold on. I threw Buddy in the house. Got myself a drink. I'm also burning today. Yep. Gotta get rid of all my... I think that was Barbados cherry branches drying over there. Anyhow, so back to the food forest. I have a pineapple guava. I think it's been in the ground 3 years, or we're coming up on 3 years. I bought it as a little bitty stick in a pot. Anyhow, it's doing fabulous here. I have orange bulbine. Let's go look back here. I do have Biden's Elba and purple oxalis weed. And just various things. There is a law of longevity spinach in here mixed with other things. Here are the pineapples. This is another layer. I don't see baby pineapples. No. Oh, no. This is longevity spinach right here. No, I don't see it. Anyhow, it's a bit of a weedy mess in here. But I do like that the longevity spinach is really starting to become the ground cover. You know, I probably picked real heavily off of it the first year for the bunny. The second year, not so much. Then we lost the bunny last year. And this year, it's like finding its own. Oh, this is going to be so annoying. All through the video, you guys. Well, anyhow, this is Mexican cream guava right here, and I've been waiting to see if it's about to put on blooms pretty soon. I did a very heavy, severe prune back late, around hurricane season, late hurricane season. So anyhow, I have not seen anything yet. The pineapple guava, I think this should take... I think it takes up to 7 years for this to bloom, but it's good to have them side by side because they should cross-pollinate and then hold more fruit. I do have some butterfly pea in here. I got some seeds. They already fell and reseeded themselves. I have just weeds, you know, and I have oyster plant. It's a beautiful mixture of high and low, right, in here. And we have the pines as a canopy over here. I do have an oak, another oak here, and another oak here. And now we've come to the second, maybe the third banana pit. This is nothing but grand names in here. And we have 2 racks. One of them, I'm pretty certain we're right there at the end. They almost have a tiny bit of a yellow tinge to them. We're getting close, really, really close. And I'm starting to see a little bit of spotting. So I think, see on the bottom there, I swear I see a little bit of yellowing. Maybe the camera doesn't pick it up, but this rack has been on here for quite a while, all through winter. And this one came out in January. Down here we have a bit of Dusty Miller and 2 different color polka dot plants. I threw in a beautiful begonia. That pink is gorgeous. It's camera's not going to pick it up because the sun's on it. Gorgeous. And then I have some coleus that came back. I have some apple blossom geranium here and here that came in. And so this is going to be nice muted colors. And then over here I have my jewel tones, mostly Impatience, I have jewel weed that's in purple. Can also be called balsam. That's what my app says. I've got cyclamen there, chaya here, acha acha, some vinca. I'm not sure what color that was. And then my angel trumpet plant right here in the shade. And then Chicago Hardy, I think is this one. And up here, we'll just go there since this is a garden tour. Pineapple here. The other alamanda, look at the seed pods. Aren't those weird? Oh, I see we're gonna get blooms here. Oh, we got blooms. Yes, yes. So that's like a yellow trumpet. And although I've never seen hummingbirds on this bush. I have some society garlic down there. Mums, these mums are like 3-4 years old. And then we're reworking this garden. It's got kalanchoe. This is a 2-color pattern, and then I just bought some cheap marigolds. Here's the other fig. It's just starting to look like it wants to do something with leaves. And then this is gomphrena. This, I forgot the name, but it's a pink gomphrena. And these are all really little seeds. Look at that. They're all popping out. That's kind of what I want. I would love for this area to become, or this corner, because I have a fig here. I want to keep a low, you know, sort of like a rock border. And so that's what I'm hoping. Between the marigolds will probably have to be replaced as annuals, but I think the kalanchoe can stay year after year. I think that's perennial, and then just stay underneath the fig. I totally forgot to tell you, this is the ice cream banana. No, I did tell you in the last video. Ice cream banana Namois, delicious. Already put on one rack. This is Lady Margaret passion flower. Now it's a hybrid, so it doesn't make fruit. Well, it makes fruit, but it's not edible. There's nothing on the inside. But it is really great for pollinators. Look at Mr. Bumblebee. And it's also been known, it's a host for Gulf fritillary. I don't know how to say it. But I've also have caught, look at that, oh, a sea of blooms. I love it. I have caught hummingbirds out here in the summer. So it does real good. It doesn't mind the cold. It doesn't mind the heat. Doesn't need water. It just needs to be put in check once in a while. Because look at this. It will jump over. So this is peanut butter tree. Sorry for the really hard sun. But this thing got way out of control, like up to 20 feet, 15, 20 feet. And so I hard pruned it, like I was angry at it, but I'm not. And so it's leafing out. It's kind of light yellow, which is normal. See that? Very normal. But then this is its babies. I gave away like a dozen babies last year. But anyhow, so this will all come out. It'll be over the fence before I know it, and putting on peanut butter fruit. This is the dead blueberry area. I think we're gonna find, well, I'm working on a plan with the Darrow blueberries. Hopefully they root out, and then we can start putting them in here where the soil's crappy. And there is a little bit of irrigation in here, but yeah, the soil's not that good, and I don't really want to spend a lot of money amending it. This is a key lime, so it's in full sun right now. It does get a little bit of full sun, which is good for me to see where that sun is, so we know when we trim the trees, which trees to trim. This is the angel purple rose. I did put in a little bit right here of some Salanova, just because I could. And this is miracle fruit. I think this baby is at least 4 years old, and she's putting on blooms. We're getting ready to have a nice spring flush. Very happy. This also came to me as a single stem, just put into a pot, little baby, and we let it grow that way for a year. Then we put it over here in a partial shade situation, and it is doing fabulous. It only flushed maybe twice the first year, and years 3 and 4 we've just been going like every other month. It has a big flush now. So very fun. If you don't know about miracle fruit trees or bushes, you really should go ahead and do your research. It changes your taste buds. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so now over here we have white sweet potatoes all along here. I've got a couple more I can add. I have some in the kitchen that have gone wily. So I'm going to put that in there. Here, up here, nothing. I got well, I do have like a couple carrots, but that's it. The leeks all died and whatever. Cilantro did too. And so all of this is Godzilla broccoli here and here. I have a big extra Georgia collard because I couldn't fit it in the salsa garden in the back with the others. And it took a lot longer to get this big, but it's now old enough to be producing some food. These broccoli, I don't think they're putting on any heads yet, but they should in a week or two. Here is going to be the yellow patty pans. Lemon Sun, I believe was the name. Here are the Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes that you guys saw me put in a couple of weeks ago. Maybe 2 at the tops. Look at how big they've, as soon as they hit that ground, man, they started going. Here is, I believe that's Twister cauliflower. I'm pretty certain that was Twister was the variety. And I have a couple beans that fell out when we were pulling the old bean seeds. But they're trying to come back. And then behind them, I have a row of purple zinnias. I guess they're just going to keep doing touch and goes all morning. Nasturtiums here. This is North Garden. I should have said that earlier. This is all North Garden, and we change it out. Usually all my greens are down there in South Garden, but we were going to trim the trees. We haven't done that yet, but we did jump that obstacle. Was that about 10 days ago? We had to do something first in our personal lives before we could know, you know, how much was left over for tree trimming money. And so now that we have done that, and I'm very excited, but I'm going to keep it personal. Now that's done, we can refocus back to, you know, it's sort of a luxury thing. It's not, it is a necessity, but it's not a necessity for tree trimming. So here we go. This is partially medicinal. This is anise hyssop, which is gone to seed. Look at those seed pods or heads. That's pretty cool. And I have another one for this year right here. And so I'm really excited to see if it reseeds itself. Very, very cool. Then we have tons of Salanova in here. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. And let me step very carefully. But here and in a couple other spots, I have, and also under here, I need to do something about this one. I have Rebecca triloba, which is a well, it's a brown-eyed Susan. Here, let me put the camera on this one. It's a brown-eyed Susan. And this is a perennial. It should come back year after year. So pretty excited about that. Look at my little shamrocks, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. And let's see, we're gonna hop over here, nasturtiums. Then I have an entire row of dead-on cabbages right on the street side. Now I usually fill this with flowers, and eventually the butterfly peas will come on up. This one's already coming up, but hasn't bloomed yet. But wow, this is going to be very showy. And then I'm going to have a lot of cabbage all at once. Isn't that really cool? Super, super cool. We have beautiful rainbow Swiss chard all down here. I love this. A little forest of Swiss chard. That's so cool, isn't it? And then more lettuce. I do have red tabby spinach in here. Very cool. I have some lettuce going to seed, and I have got to collect this because this was really good. Even though it bolted fast, didn't really bolt fast, but it grew very well. It tastes delicious. I don't think it's Waltham. I think it might be Vulcan lettuce. I'm not sure, but it has this great oak leaf on it with a little bit of red into it. Look at that. It's beautiful. And then I just cut that one. So, and this one I've been stripping. That's funny. But, oh, we got to get over there. So let me finish out here. This is dinosaur kale, lacinato. Nero de Toscana is the actual name of this seed, but they're all about the same, just different names. Over here I have red Russian kale, but red ursa is a cross with red Russian, so that's also a good variety. This is very good for sauteing. This is really good in Italian sauteing dishes. So I always keep those, but they're also very good for my chickens and when I had a bunny. Okay, you guys, so this is kind of the new star for 2024. I started these seeds around July of 2023. I bought Imperial Star artichokes, and somehow ended up with a couple others like this, not doing well at all. This one's doing a lot less, but look at these monsters over here. This one was in the first sowing, and these two were in the second and third. I'm not sure how that went, but I had to do multiple tries. I think I ended up putting 7 out here, and we're very fortunate. We got 3 large ones. These are perennials. Artichokes are perennials. So we got 3 large ones. I think we'll end up making it. They've got to have deep root systems by now. And then I have these other 2. I thought I had a 3rd one in here, but I don't see. I guess I don't. Okay, so these 3 large ones, I'm hoping these are the Imperial Stars. If not, these might be something else. I'll put the name down below because it's gonna escape me. I only looked it up one time. Johnny Seeds only sells 2 different varieties that are good for heat, and I bought the Imperial Star because it's supposed to be a 1-year blooming. The other variety was supposed to be 2 years. So I'm thinking this is Imperial Star, but it didn't match up with the pictures on Google. That's why I'm not sure which is which variety. I only ordered one, but as you can see, I've got something completely different over here. I have no idea. And whatever it is doesn't like here, but it's still growing. So I keep looking down the center, hoping I'm gonna find an artichoke any day, like a stalk. A stalk will come up and up and up and up. So they're supposed to give you several per plant. That would be a really good start for the first year. And then hopefully they would overwinter, especially if we have a mild winter, great. If we have a warm, cold winter, like a hard freeze, I'll probably come out here and cover these babies. Because if I can get artichokes to grow in Florida, I will be very happy. They're too expensive for me. I'm really cheap, so they're too expensive in the store. But if I can get organic, homegrown, this has had nothing applied to it, no bug pressure. I can't say enough good things about whatever this variety is. So I think it's Imperial Star, and it looks fantastic. Look at the base on this. It's really, really good for some. They were tiny for the longest, and then this one was doing a little better because it started growing up faster before the shortest day of the year. And so these stalled, but they're almost now, as the daylight is increasing, almost caught up with the first sowing one. So I couldn't be happier about that. Now let's go over here to South Garden, which is still pretty much at rest, except for, well, the oak leaves. But look at these beautiful Empress of India nasturtiums. They're doing great. I'm trying to eradicate the zinnias, so I got to pull them out. And I was supposed to be having gladiolus bulbs pop up, and they still haven't shown signs, but I'm not giving up hope yet. But anyhow, I cleaned out half the bed and not the other, but now it just looks like none of the bed was cleaned out. So we're gonna have to do that again. Here's the vinca or periwinkle in white. I have the cranberry hibiscus here. Mustard, this is the Japanese red mustard greens. I am picking on these every week and giving them to chickens, but I need to give some to my neighbor. And oh, I gave some to a friend. And so down here we have pineapples. This one's quite weird because instead of putting out regular size leaves like this, it's just put out a stalk, like a top without a fruit base. I don't know what's going on with this one. Nature is very weird and wacky sometimes. Here's another one. Now here, I put some sort of pumpkin or something squashy in the ground. I'll have to go back because it was on video, and I threw the seeds in here to compost, and this is what they've done. This is a white sweet potato. I just have ground cover down to try to prevent most weeds. This was where we put our fall display and Christmas display. And I see there's a couple more white sweet potatoes in there. So I'm going to grab them all out of here. I don't want them in here for the 2024 season. I want them to all be over there where they'll get more sunlight. I have cisso spinach in here. I have a katuk. I have katuk in the back too. I think I forgot to mention it. But this katuk has decided to leaf out, defoliate. But I think it may come back. It looks slightly like it might refoliate. Is that a word? I made it up. And here is Chief Kubo's edible leaf hibiscus spinach. Seaside spinach has so many names depending on where you are around the equator. And I cut off some, gave it to a friend, and then I cut off one for myself and put it by the pool. You saw that in the last video. And then I have just some more. This is the original height. This is the shorter one of the original height. The other ones were even taller. So it looks like it's going to do what I thought it would do, which is just restart growing all along here, which I'd rather have it more bushed out than tall because the hurricanes will knock it over. It didn't have the greatest of root systems when it started, but it looks like it's put on some substantial width and, you know, diameter on this. So these stakes can probably come out now. This one's kind of holding it upright, so maybe that one can't come out. This is a big metal stake. That was smart of me to put that in there. Got to figure out what to do with it now though. This is a Mexican shrimp plant. Isn't that gorgeous? And this one, I will find its babies all over. And I did my best. I think we gave away every single one of its babies. But I actually really like this plant here. It's just for flowers, but it's kind of nice to have something green up here that I don't have to water in the summer, and it can withstand all that heat. Oh, we're doing really good. Now I just got to weed whack around this fire pit. Restock the boards, or the bricks. I want to thank you guys for staying with me this far. Sorry it ended up being 2 parts, and sorry, I hope there's no glitches in this video this time. But you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your nice feedback that you guys always give and the thumbs up. I hope you take care. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.